Okay, now let us talk about the Met Gala, right? Because I think that there is a message coming out of the Met Gala. I noticed that there was a strong rose theme coming out, right? A lot of the celebrities, their dresses had roses. As beautiful as roses are, you need to understand roses are connected to the fallen angels. Roses are connected to those powers that govern this world, right? Now, when I did my research, I noticed that England has rose as their national flower, the Tudor rose. And the United States also have rose as their national flower. Most of the states in America got roses as their national flower. Now, when I see roses, it reminds me of President John F. Kennedy murder, right? Because his wife, she was carrying some red roses. Now, let us get into some more evidence because roses symbolizes Israel and royalty and the Jewish people. Roses are also associated with the festival of Shavuot, which commemorates God giving the Torah to Moses. Now, whenever I see roses or any affiliation with roses on a particular level, I know it is a satanic mark. Something is about to happen, right? Because it was a marker when John F. Kennedy was murdered, and the evidence is there to see. Also, Slovakia got rose as their national flower. And we see an attempted murder on their leader's life, right? Let us continue. It depends on the list you look on, right? There is a list that shows Iran having the red rose as their national flower. Interesting, because we saw where the helicopter for the Iranian president went down and he was killed. Again, rose is a satanic marker for what is to come. So some of these countries that I notice have roses as national flower. I do believe those countries are marked for some sort of a destruction, either through war or through the assassination of their leaders, right? There is a long list of some very interesting countries that you need to pay keen attention to. And we're talking about countries like Morocco, we're talking about like the Czech Republic, Moldova, the country Georgia, Luxembourg, Bulgaria. Mighty interesting country. And as I say, rose is a marker. Now back to the United States, because I do believe that we will see the assassination of a former president or a sitting president. Now, that assassination, I believe, will happen in one of the states that have roses as their national flower, right? Now, one thing I do know is that these entities, these powers, they do not like it when people are sitting, watching, and waiting for them to move their hand. They like to use the element of surprise, right? And I do believe they're going to take out Donald Trump. And why it hasn't happened as yet is because too much of us is anticipating it to happen. Too much of us have connected the dots. But rose is a marker. Rose is a satanic mark. And those countries that have rose as their national flower, I believe they're going to face some major attack during World War III, or should I say when World War III escalates further, right? And for those who don't get major attacks, then their leaders will be taken out. I know I sound like I'm reaching, right? But please go look up these countries with roses. Go look up what happened to the Slovakian leader. Look what happened to the Iranian leader, right? Connect the dots and ask critical questions. Something is up, right? And rose is most definitely a satanic mark. We need to pray and say, Glory be to the Most High.